Hi, my name is Dipesh. I'm a first generation British Asian.
Hello, my name's Ollie, and I'm a fourth generation Russian Jew.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm mixed race. My mum's mum is Norwegian, and my mum's dad grew up in Burma.
Hello, my name is Jessie. I'm a second generation Jamaican and a fourth generation Scot.
Overall, how far do you think society has changed since 1912?
I think it has, but it hasn't.
101 years ago, my family would have been leaving Russia because of persecution. They accidentally got on the wrong boat, and so they ended up in Britain.
101 years ago, I'll probably be in a little village somewhere. My granddad actually, his job transferred to England and came here in the 70s.
My dad's family would have been in Jamaica, and some of my mum's family would have been in Scotland, and the other half would have been in England.
Well, our mum's mum wouldn't have been alive, but her family would have been still in Norway. Mum's dad would have been in Burma.
What would you define yourself as?
I've been brought up in an Indian style, so I'll take my first nationality as an Indian, but also brought up with the cultural values of the English society, so mixture of both.
In like a census or something, I'd normally tick the mixed box.
I'd probably define myself as British rather than Jewish because I'm not that connected with Judaism.
I would say that I am half Jamaican and half English, but overall I am British.
Where you live that definitely affects how you're treated, because if you lived like in the middle of London where there's a mixture of hundreds of different ethnicities, everyone's a lot more like open and welcoming.
Certain communities and certain locations have more resistance to cultural diversity than other communities. I think in some communities it's not as affected.
A lot of my friends are white and British. White people from a white area tend to see mixed race people as black, and I think that's kind of where the ignorance is.
One of my mates, he came out of the station. There was like 5 or 10, a gang of, supposedly like they were like Muslims or that kind of cultural gang. They beat the guy up and came out of the station. He was a Sikh guy, and he got beaten up, and it was all because of the whole hype of Muslims against Sikhs and the Gujaratis, the Hindus, that kind of battle. Again, I mean, that's what I'm saying about the stories of the past, of the battle with India. The northern India, there was a battle between the Muslims and the Sikhs. So that is all happening now, which isn't good to see, really.
I do think that there is cultural disintegration among communities, and I think often the culture is more important than the race.
I think British society is really integrated, especially since the past 30 years or so. However, there's still some divisions with, especially due to recession, with the rise of like UKIP and BNP.
Discrimination won't stop. It can help be prevented, but it won't stop.
I've experienced some discrimination when I was at school, but it was mostly just from stuff that people had heard on TV, such as South Park. You're always going to get some.
Overall, how far do you think society has changed since 1912?
And I think Britain's approach to other cultures is changing, but I still think you always have that resistance to other cultures. I think it's quite easy to look at other cultures and immigration and resist them. I think it's a lot easier to do that than it is to welcome people in.
I think it has, but it hasn't. There's still that group where, you know, the black people will still inside feel comfortable being with black people. Not all of them, but some of them. And likewise with white people, they might feel a bit uncomfortable dealing with other culture and religions. But again, it's all down to bringing up and area as well, as we mentioned.
I think a lot of things have changed, not just race and religion and stuff. I think everyone's become more accepting of everything.
I think since 1912, Britain has changed a lot, because just due to the amount of immigrants coming in and adding so much culture and diversity into British life, like that defines Britain, like modern Britain, which makes it a lot more interesting place to live.